Netherlands and Poland just ended. It finished 2-1. The game was pretty eventful in the first half and then a non-event in the second half.
Yeah, I don't know. They're just sort of half trying to break Poland down, weren't they? Netherlands, Poland are very conservative, obviously, and it backfired on them in the end, didn't it? Really.
Yeah,
But yeah, start of the game, Netherlands had that chance, didn't they? They pulled it back and he just hit it past the post.
yeah, Rangers.
Yeah. Uh, and then Van Dijk, he was playing quite well, really, when he was dominating the forwards, aerially, always getting it to one of his teammates.
Yeah,
Uh, but then, yeah, Poland's, tactic really was to get it to the wing, wasn't it? And just sort of run 20 yards and just whip it in. And
yeah,
then that's what led to the first goal.
yeah. They got a free kick. Yeah, just past the halfway line, and they whipped one in to the back post, and he headed it on, didn't he? And the Netherlands defenders shouldn't have. Well, they either shouldn't have kicked it or they should have dealt with it. But they just kind of half dealt with it, and that led to the corner, didn't it?
Yeah. And then, of course, with Zielinski, his ability on set pieces, there's always a chance in there. You don't want to be giving Poland corners, especially.
Yeah,
And then, obviously, that led to the goal, which Buxa scored. He come in instead of Lewandowski, who was injured today.
hmm.
What do you think of Netherlands defensively there? What could they have done better?
Yeah. We just didn't block him running across, did they? And then he got in between Dumfries and I think it was Van Dijk.
Yeah, yeah. It was just perfectly in between them, the ball, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Is that quality Zielinski has. But you can see Depay there. He was the one originally, I think, assigned to block him on.
Yeah. He just stood there and did nothing.
Yep, he was just looking at the ball the entire time.
Yeah, because when people block, like, I think, because we watch Arsenal, we think Odegaard blocks. He's just looking at the man he's blocking. He doesn't even look at the ball, does he?
It doesn't matter where the ball is, does it?
No.
If you're one of the smaller boys. But yeah, as well as attacking wise, Zielinski also did a lot of defending, didn't he? Really good for the team there.
Yeah, definitely. He was all over the place.
Mm-hmm. And then Van Dijk had that volley off a corner, didn't he? That was a good effort.
Yeah. Depay was on the edge and he had like a pretty good chance. A striker would usually get that on target, but he just completely skied it. And
It's one of them. If you get it on target, it's probably going to go in because it's that close, and how hard he hits it.
yeah,
And then yeah, Reinders shortly after, he could have squared it to Depay, couldn't he? He sort of messed it up, let the defender get time to get back in.
yeah, yeah. That was like the main issue for Netherlands was their midfield, wasn't it?
Yeah, 100%. Well, when the team sheet come up, we were comparing it to the ones who were missing. Well, Wijnaldum, I count him as missing really, because his career just went completely south, didn't it? And De Jong and the Beek never reached his potential because of transferring to United.
So for Gakpo's goal, Ake, there was a long ball up to him and he came out and got to it first, didn't
Yeah, yeah. Similar to one we reviewed yesterday, wasn't it, really?
he? Yeah, it was Kanji.
Yeah, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so two City boys there doing that. They must be told to do that for City.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he laid it off to Gakpo and we were like, pass it. And then he shot and it got a lucky deflection. The Salomon centre back turned his back on it and it hit like his heel, didn't it?
Yeah, obviously nothing Chesney could do about it at that point, was it?
Like you're a centre half, you just gotta firm it, haven't you? A guy's about to take a shot.
Yep,
You just gotta do whatever you can. If it hits you in the face, it hits you in the face.
yep, that's it. And then Depay again, right on half time. He had like a good chest down, didn't he? Remember, like a long diagonal. I think it might have been Ake again. He chests it and it's sort of like perfect touch, and he just almost gets it in. It was just past the post, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, good chance.
Yeah. So that was the end of the first half. Going into the second half.
Yeah, the Netherlands are on a counter attack and it gets laid off to Simmons on the right wing, and he has a really good chance to like go across the keeper even in the near post, and he just completely balks the shot. And
Yeah, it's just like it was like a pass, just to the board behind the goal, like just on the near post.
yeah, we didn't really rate his performance in this game, did we?
No, I thought he had a bad game. I haven't really watched too much of it, but obviously everyone says he's good, then.
Yeah, they're all hyping him up, saying why the PSG keep on loaning him out. He's better than their players or whatever.
Yep.
He didn't show that today.
No, that was it, wasn't it? And then yeah, they were just struggling to break Poland down, weren't they? Poland actually had a bit of the play really in the second half. They were maintaining some pressure, but I thought it was quite boring.
Yeah. Poland definitely a better team.
Yeah. And then, to make it even worse, we thought, Depay actually went off, even though he had a good game, and Weghorst come on for a player we really don't rate, obviously.
No one rates him, surely.
Yeah.
And then obviously he scored the typical strikers finish really on it. He just got across his man and hit it first time.
Yeah, you can see Salomon there. He's ahead of Weghorst, but Weghorst is just going to make that run towards the near post, the classic run. Finish it with his left foot, and Salomon's just a bit on his heels, wasn't he?
Yeah. So basically Salomon had like a hand in both goals really. He turned his back on the first goal and then he didn't track his man for the second goal.
Yeah. If you had like Glick from 4 years ago, say, then he probably wouldn't have conceded any of them.
Yeah. Please cost them at least a point.
Yeah. And then Poland, they kept going, didn't they? And they were like putting the pressure on. And Piotrowski, who I highlighted in the preview show, the whole of the Euros, he managed to work his way down the left, didn't he, and pull it back, but the forward just couldn't turn it.
Yep. That was kind of similar to Reinder's chance right early on in the game.
Yeah. But yeah, that was pretty much the last action, really, apart from a few long balls from Poland trying to get it in there, weren't they? And they had a couple of corners and set pieces, but just defended well, wasn't it?
Yeah. They ended 2-1, and we usually give him out of the match right now, but the game was so dead and there was no like outstanding players for either team really.
No.
Maybe Zielinski, but they lost, so
Yeah.
we're not going to give one.
No, he went off quite early, didn't he, for some reason?
Yeah.
He might have had a chance to get back in it if he stayed on. That rounds up the report for first game of the day. Netherlands, Poland. Slovenia 1, Denmark 1. It was probably actually the game of the tournament so far, in my opinion. Slovenia really putting the pressure on Denmark, which obviously you wouldn't expect to begin with, would you?
No. They started off pretty slow, Slovenia. First 10 or 15 minutes they didn't. They looked like they were going to get battered, didn't they?
Yeah, like they just couldn't get out of their own half, could they?
Yeah. They almost scored a chance, Slovenia, but they missed, and then Denmark went up the other end, didn't they?
Yeah, because just before Sesko finally got into the game, didn't he? Finally actually got the ball for once. He blasted it from maybe 30 yards out. And that was like a precursor to what was going to happen later in the game, really. Just in general, he was just awesome, wasn't
he? He was the best player by far.
Yeah, he completely world class. He actually reminded me a bit of Zlatan.
Yeah.
His style, he's got a language style anyway.
Yeah, it's a good comparison though.
Yeah, he's actually faster than Zlatan as well, and he's got everything really.
Yeah, so just going back to the Denmark's goal real quick. Took a quick throw on the right hand side and found its way to Eriksson near the edge of the box, and he just put it in. Good finish on it.
Yeah, so the throw was into Højlund, and then he sort of held it off the centre half You know, like he does for United sometimes, doesn't he? And then he just flicks it around the corner. You can see Ericsson there's going to run off that defender.
Yeah.
Like you said, nice finish from it.
Yeah.
You know, Ericsson's got that quality in. And then shortly after Slovenia, well, you can tell this is an end-to-end game really at this point. They go up the other end, and you know he should have just made a decision a bit earlier. I think there, shouldn't
Yeah. He should have gone on himself if he was going to delay and shot or just whipped it like really fast, but he kind of did half and half.
he? Yeah.
And it was just a point on this chance he was actually offside, but the linesman didn't flag it, so it was kind of good that he messed it up because they got a corner from it.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
If they would have scored, then they would have ruled it out.
Yeah, but Sesko's there again. Like, oh, story of my life. They just can't get it to me. I'm passing it to everyone, running everywhere, and then I actually get in position to score. No one gets it to me.
Just got an example on the screen now of Spora having a good opportunity to score, and he got a few of these over the game. And you're just thinking, why can't Sesko be just one of these chances?
Yeah. Obviously, he's just straight through the middle there, and with his pace, he would have easily got it, wouldn't he? But, you know, it goes over the top, and he just completely miscontrols it, doesn't he, Spora? But Sesko doesn't like them positions, it seems like he wants to play off someone, doesn't he, more? But I think he's definitely capable of both.
Yeah, so Denmark got a big chance with Highland, and it gets crossed across to the back post, and he could have let it run across his body a bit more and just put it into the right side of the goal, but he goes early with a shot, and All Black goes to the middle and saves it, didn't
he? Yeah, he's sort of banking on him, like, taking it with a maximum, you know, width than the keeper, like, instead of, like you say, letting it run out a bit. The keeper's just done that, isn't he? Because he's on the other side of the goal. Yeah, Highland was quite poor in general, really, wasn't he?
Besides the assist he got, he was pretty average.
Yeah, his hold-up play just wasn't there, was it? And then, yeah, another big chance for Slovenia here. You know, shoots a free header. Sporar again. And he just misses it entirely. It's just like a story of his game, wasn't it? At that point.
And then I got another one here, he misses this one again. This is even worse than the last one. He definitely should have got this one on target.
Yeah, because it was perfectly, I think it was in the 6-yard box, wasn't it, when he made contact? And it was on his right foot. He just got to put it in, and he managed to put it wide again. Unbelievable. And this is obviously where the game got really interesting.
Yeah. Sesko just absolutely whacks one from the edge of the box.
Yeah. He said there was a precursor earlier in the game. And he's just like, I think it's sat up, didn't it? A little bit, and he's just like, I'm just gonna whack this. He just absolutely blasts it against the post. And then the Denmark player ends up putting it out for a corner, doesn't he?
And that's when they score. This is an incredible goal as well, really. Because he's connected with it really well. It might have even gone in anyway if it didn't deflect.
You know what it reminded me of? Remember that Danny Rose goal against Arsenal ages ago? That was a better goal than this, but it was similar, wasn't it? It's just like one of them. Comes to the edge, just absolutely whacks it.
Yep.
But yeah, like you said, deflection, but it might have gone in anyway.
And it came off his boot perfectly.
Yep. And then, really, it was Slovenia who were pushing for the winner more than Denmark, wasn't it?
Yeah. They were piling on the pressure, but they didn't really get any clean chances, did they? More like half chances.
Yeah. But then Denmark were sort of there, like, oh yeah, we're going to act like we're desperate to win this, even though they were like holding on, really. You know, they were still trying to play fast out and stuff, weren't they? Really, they should have just been sitting back.
Yeah, because Slovenia celebrated when the game finished like that was a big win, even though it was a draw.
Yeah. When really, they should have been disappointed, shouldn't they? But, you know, it's obviously a good result for them, I think.
Gives them a chance against the other teams. They can win one of the last 2 games and they get through, don't they? So.
Yep. That's it.
Yeah. So, we've obviously mentioned him a lot. We're going to get into the man of the match now, and you can probably tell who it is.
Yeah, Sesko, easily. Where do you think he'll end up? Real Madrid, Barcelona?
Yeah, because he's signing a new deal at Leipzig, so it's maybe 1 or 2 seasons he'll stay there, and then he should be at his height of his powers then.
Yep.
So a big team will come in.
Yep, that's it. And he's versatile as well, and he's going to have a lot of clubs after him.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, really entertaining game.
Yeah. Even though it's the lowest scoring game of the tournament so far, it was probably one of the most entertaining.
Yeah, our granddad just pointed out, didn't he, before we started recording, it's the first draw, isn't
it?
But, you know, it wasn't a draw game.
Slovenia should have put that away, really.
Yep. So yeah, most entertaining of the tournament so far, in my opinion.
Yep. England and Serbia finished 1-0 in the end, and the game started off with England dominating, and they really couldn't get out, could they, Serbia?
No, it was just constant pressure from England. They were playing really well, to be fair with them.
Yeah. And then, the first notable thing that happened really was the goal.
Yeah, in which Walker, he does that pass quite often, doesn't he? Like Bernardo or someone. The City, he just sort of slides it behind the fullback for the opposition. And obviously Saka gets onto it, doesn't he? Does what he does best.
Yeah. And he does a really good cross to the back post, and got a bit lucky with a deflection. Gave it a bit more pace and the perfect height for Bellingham.
Yeah, and Bellingham just attacks it really well, didn't he? Attacks it better than Kane would.
Yeah, as evidence later on in the game.
Yeah. But yeah, it wasn't all England, although they did have, practically all the play for the first 35 minutes. There's a couple of half chances for Serbia. One where Trent just passed it to Serbia, didn't he? Just give it to them.
Yeah, and then it made its way to Mitrovic, and he did a shot to the right side of the goal, but just past the post. That was their biggest chance in the first half, wasn't it, Serbia?
Yeah. And then not too long after as well, Vlahovic was sort of cutting in from the right. He should have played a ball out wide, which would have created a really good chance probably. But he just took a shot and, just come to nothing.
Yeah, they were quite wasteful in the attack in the first half.
Yeah. But England was still dominant.
Yeah, and instead of Saka going free this time, it was Walker. And his pace got him to the ball. There was a ball in behind. And he could have either shot, because the angle was on, pretty good angle for a shot there, or he could have pulled it back for Foden, or another cross to the back post for Kane, but he kind of just did a half shot, half cross, and it just didn't go to anyone and went out with the back post, didn't it?
Yeah. Another thing I just thought, Kane actually makes a run, tried to go across the near post, instead of running towards the back post.
Yeah, because that could have freed up some space, more space for Foden. Yeah. It would have been an easier pass.
But he might have actually got on to the walk across. He might have actually got onto it if he made a good run.
Yeah.
But he sort of went towards Walker, didn't
he? Yeah, he should have been pulling men away, wouldn't he? Because Walker's clearly got a good opportunity there.
Yeah.
But he's dragging him into his path.
Yeah. But yeah, it was, theme really, wasn't it? The major chances were coming down that right hand side from Saka.
Yeah.
And you could just see Saka, Kostic is isolated with him there. And he was just skinning him every time, wasn't
he? Yeah. Kostic is known for being more of a left mid, left winger than a left wing back, so coming up against a winger as good as Saka really didn't help, did it?
No. That was what they tried to mitigate with the changes at half time, wasn't it?
Yeah. He actually did really well, didn't he, number 2?
Yeah, Pavlovic. And actually for their first big chance of the second half, he gets right up against Saka, doesn't he? He manages to win the ball in front of him and then plays it down the line to create a good opportunity for Vlahovic to put it across.
Yeah, and then puts it across, but it was just a bit out of reach, wasn't it, for the guy? You couldn't get good purchase on it.
Yeah.
And then basically a carbon copy of that chance happens again, where they pull it back, but this one was even closer than the last one.
Yeah, it was just, the defender sort of edged him out, didn't he? Managed to hold Mitrovic off, which is hard to do.
Yeah.
And then Pickford just gathers it in quite comfortably in the end.
And there's a bit of a weak penalty claim for Mitrovic, but
Yeah, Trippier sort of pushing him a bit, wasn't he? But
it wasn't enough.
Nope. And then, Serbia started to dominate, really, because England sort of dropped off, didn't they? But they never really got that good chance. But this was probably the best opportunity they had, because Tadic had come on at this point. He sort of tries to slide it into Jovic, didn't he?
Yeah, and he could have took it with his left, even if he did what he did, but just a better touch, and he had a really high chance of scoring, but just didn't happen for him, did it?
No, it might have been his first touch, to be fair, because he'd only just come on for Mitrovic, hadn't
he? Yeah. And then better against the run of play, really. All Kane was doing all half was getting free kicks for like holding it up or whatever. But they actually got a chance and they crossed it to him at the back post and he headed it. But he kind of headed it down the centre of the goal. So the keeper actually tipped down to the bar, didn't
he? Yeah. It was more like he was just happy to get it on target, wasn't it, really, than actually like aiming for a corner. Like I always think of Lewandowski doing that. He'd rather take some power off it and just put it in the corner, wouldn't
he? And that was Kane's like first involvement, really, in terms of attacking play.
Yeah. And somehow at this point, Foden was still on the field. And, generally he was kept giving the ball away, didn't he? Whether it be with dribbling or passing. But especially this one.
Yeah, this one was the worst one by far. There's 3 players there to aim at, and he's trying to pass to the ref there, it looks like, doesn't it?
Yeah, and the ref's like not paying attention. He doesn't realise he's trying to get it to him. And then, they just, Serbia, get the ball back and attack again. And then only like a few minutes later, again, this is only a half chance really, but it's a good effort from Vlahovic. You can see he's sort of going backwards really. And he manages to get his left foot round and he just smacks it like straight in the line of Pickford, but it might have been hitting the bar or going over anyway, and he manages to tip it over, doesn't
he? Yeah. That was just a chance out of nothing really, and like he didn't score them most of the time.
No.
And that was just summed up Serbia's day really. They didn't have any like clear chances.
No.
And there's half chances they did get, they flipped their lines like the Jovic one.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just a classic England performance, wasn't it, at the end of the day? Like every previous tournament, they just try and do enough, don't they, instead of just going out to win the game and dominate. They're just happy with the 1-0. But that isn't how you gain momentum, I don't think.
Yeah, because you've seen with Spain, Germany, even Italy, even though they only won by 1 goal, like they had something they can get behind as a squad. Because now the England players back in camp, they're going to be feeling like, Jesus, we got away with that one, really.
Yeah.
That's not going to inspire confidence for the rest of the tournament.
No. But yeah, you also got to mention Rice's performance, haven't we, as well? Constant interceptions and breaking it up. That's sort of what limited Serbia in the end, wasn't it?
Yeah, and that's who we're giving man of the match. Because if the game only lasted the first 35 minutes, then Bellingham or Saka maybe would have been in for a shout. But
yeah.
In the second half, they needed the defenders and Rice, and he was the standout one, really.
Yep. As well as Gay on his international tournament debut. But yeah, Rice man of the match.
Yep. That ends match day 3. England 1-0. Get into the predictions real quick for match day 4.
Yeah. So the first game, Looking here is Romania, Ukraine.
Yeah, and I think Ukraine, I predicted them as my dark horses, so we gotta get them in as a win. I'd say 2-0. I think they're pretty good defensively, so I don't think they'll concede.
Yeah, I go 2-0 the same as well. I don't think Romania have much going forwards to trouble Ukraine, really. And then, yeah, second game, 5 o'clock, Belgium, Slovakia.
You gotta give Belgium the dub there, even though we don't really rate Belgium that much. They're still better than these teams, aren't they?
Yeah.
So maybe 3-1.
Yeah, and Skriniar's could have a really good performance if Slovakia are going to get anything in there. But go for a Belgium 2-0 win, I think, in that one. And then, yeah, Austria, France, which could be any score to France. Especially without Alaba playing.
Yeah, definitely. I'll go with 5-0. Mbappe hat-trick.
Yeah, I'll go with a 4-0 in that one, I think. So, yeah, look forward to Matchday 4.
Join us tomorrow. Good day.